The great pretender. Narcissistic people are great at pretending, faking, deceiving, feigning in order to get away with who they are as a person, to disguise who they are as a person. So you don't question them, you end up questioning yourself. And even when you question them, they spin it in such a way that you still question yourself. Narcissistic people feign so many things. They pretend to be something they're not. They pretend to mean something they don't. They are incredibly insincere, deceitful people. And this video is going to be a few things that narcissistic people will fake, and there are plenty of them. One of the first things a narcissistic person will feign is incompetence. They will pretend to be incapable of doing something in order to get away with not doing it. They will pretend to be unable to do something to avoid taking responsibility. However, there's usually a sly twist with this, a covert twist. So narcissistic people don't like being abandoned. They usually go all out to isolate you from your friends and family. However, they can do it in such covert ways where they convince you to go out with your friends and family. Go to the gym. Yes, go and do all the things that you enjoy because they're pretending to care about you. Only you come home to an absolute disaster, which stresses you out. You have more of a workload, more stress, because they pretend they're not capable of doing something, that they're lost without you, or that you do it better than them. If you dare say anything, they turn around and say, well, is that all the thanks I get? I tried my best. So it puts you off going and doing these things in the future. And then if you do go and do these things in the future, you're full of fear of what might happen when you arrive home. A bad workman blames his tools, just like a narcissistic person will do, because they will never take responsibility for their own behaviour. So they will feign incompetence. Now, whenever we're learning anything new, it's a skill. Some of us pick up on things far quicker than others, and we can all have our little quirks and ways of doing things differently. However, the good majority of us will put the effort in. A narcissistic person will put bare minimum to no effort in and then find somebody else to blame. They will feign ignorance. They will play dumb. They will act like they don't know how to do something. They will act like they don't know nothing about something. So you can tell them something in the strictest of confidence. They go and tell somebody else. You try and have that open and honest and sincere communication with them. You try and be vulnerable with them and say, hey, I told you this and you've told so-and-so. Well, I didn't know it was a big secret. What's your problem? Are you embarrassed? Genuine people care about you. They show you concern. Oh, I'm ever so sorry. I didn't realise. I'll make sure it never happens again. What can I do to make it up to you? Narcissistic people. What's your problem? It's not my fault. They will pretend to know nothing about something. Well, I didn't know how to do it. You're far better at that than I am. So they will feign ignorance in order to get away with being who they are as a person, avoid any form of accountability for their behaviour. They will fake illnesses. They will fake symptoms to elicit sympathy or to get out of doing something. The common illnesses that a narcissistic individual will fake are things like headaches and back problems, things that we can all struggle with, but you can't necessarily see. Some go more severe of things like cancer in order to get people back into the relationship with that. They will fake an illness in order to elicit that sympathetic attention. And when it comes to things such as headaches and back problems, you'll notice they have these when they want to get out of doing something for somebody else. However, if there's something they want to do, there's no back problem, there's no headache, unless they want help with something, then they've got that back problem. and that headache. So it's not particularly them having an illness, it's watching when they have an illness, because it's always at a time that is convenient for them. They will fake interest. They will act interested in who you are as a person, in your hobbies, in your interests, to gain favour. In reality, they are very indifferent to who you are as a person. They just want to get to know who you are as a person so that they can mirror who you are as a person and claim they like all the same things as you do. Pretend to be enthusiastic. They're faking that enthusiasm in you. They're borrowing your strongest desires to use those desires against you. I don't know what's going on with that hair. But they will do it in a manner where they seem really interested and like they really care and they're enthusiastic, when it's all deception and manipulation. They fake empathy, they mimic it, they pretend. They want to sell you an image that they're a genuine person. Now, the compassionate narcissist is great at this because they will grab a hold of a cause that they care about oh so much. When they don't care, they care about their reputation. They care about themselves. In the beginning, they will be your hero and be able to help you solve no end of problems. However, once they've got you where they want you, when you think you need them the most, they disappear on you. They fake being the victim. They portray themselves as the victim to gain the attention. They want to manipulate people to pass responsibility over to someone else so that they can avoid consequences for their actions. They're going to twist the story to make their victim look like the problem so that the narcissist can appear innocent in the situation. Fake remorse. Narcissistic people will very rarely offer an apology, and if they do, it's an insincere apology, it's a fake apology. They're looking to avoid consequences for their actions. They're looking to get away with their behaviour, and if they think that by offering you an apology that you want to hear means that they can get away with it, they will offer it. They still usually twist it on, I'm sorry if you hadn't, I'm sorry but you didn't. There's that if and that but and that you, as they still pass the blame over to you or over to somebody else because they don't take responsibility for who they are as a person. They pass all their faults onto somebody else. They project. Another thing that a narcissistic person will feign is the places they've been, the people they know, the education they have, the life experience, the work experience. They will vividly remember and recount stories that never actually happened because they're looking to exaggerate and impress so that they can get their needs met, so that they can get that attention and validation. So they will fake experiences in order to make themselves look good. Now, we can all put our best side forward. We can all leave out the negative parts of our trip and focus on the positive parts of our trip. Some people focus on the negative, some people will focus on the positive, some people will go on about a bit of both. A narcissistic people will make the entire trip up to make themselves look good. The people they went with, things that happened when they stopped off en route, and it's all fake, yet they say it so convincingly well. It seems so true. And they might not only lie to you, they will lie to you, those around you, about these trips also. Narcissistic people fake a lot of things in order to get away with who they are as a person and gain that attention and validation. Anything you notice, please do add those into the comments for people reading through. Thank you very much to all the returning subscribers and your continued support of the channel. It's greatly appreciated. If you are new to the channel, I'm Elizabeth Shaw. This channel is all about narcissistic behaviour to give you more understanding of the people you might be dealing with within your life, how to handle yourself around those people if you cannot go no contact, and different methods to find what works for you to help you understand and overcome narcissistic and emotional abuse. If you do find the information helpful on the channel, please do subscribe. If you are looking for further help and support in understanding and overcoming narcissistic and emotional abuse, I do have several online guides available, and those teachable links are in the video description. If you're looking for someone to speak to, I have partnered with BetterHelp, and their sponsored link is also in the video description. I do also have a couple of books out on Amazon, 15 Rules to Deal with Narcissistic People, If You Cannot Go No Contact, and a Narcissists Handbook, which is the ultimate guide to understanding and overcoming narcissistic and emotional abuse, which I shall also link into the description if you'd like to go and check those out. Go out there and create the day that you deserve, because you do deserve to have an amazing day. Bye.